This is the ECOTRIC Coolboy Electric Bike, and honestly, it's hard not to be impressed with how it looks right out of the box. You've got these big 26-inch fat tires that just scream adventure. The frame is solid but still stylish, and for me, that matte black finish sets it apart from other e-bikes out there. From my experience, it feels sturdy the moment you stand next to it, and there's a little bit of that thrill you get when you know you're looking at something built for some serious fun. When it showed up at my door, I was pretty excited. But I'll admit, I was a little worried about how complicated the assembly might be. I've messed with regular bikes before, but e-bikes with all their wires and thicker parts, that's a new experience. Assembly isn't hard, but you'll want to set aside a solid hour. From putting on the front wheel to connecting the handlebars, most of the steps are straightforward, especially if you've got the manual nearby. I pulled a few YouTube videos just to double-check things, and that helped a lot. If you've never put an e-bike together, don't stress, follow the instructions and check your connections and you'll be fine. Let's talk about the key features, because that's where the ECOTRIC Coolboy stands out. It runs on a 750-watt brushless motor, and if you're not familiar with e-bike terms, that's basically the engine that gives you power when you pedal or use the throttle. The brushless part just means it's built to last longer and runs quieter. When I fired it up for the first time, I could definitely feel the power. It's not jerky or out of control, just a smooth push when you need it. Whether I was cruising flat city streets or trying out some small hills and grassy parks, it handled the change in terrain without a hiccup. The battery is another thing I noticed right away. It's a 48-volt, 12.5 Ah removable battery. Charging is simple. Just unlock it, slide it off, and bring it inside. No need to carry your whole bike to your room or garage. I was concerned at first about battery life, but after a couple weeks of riding, I'm seeing about 25 to 35 miles per full charge. That really depends on how much I use the throttle versus pedal assist, how much I weigh, and if I'm riding with a lot of hills. It charges up overnight and hasn't overheated or anything. Plus, it has waterproofing and overcharge protection, which just makes me feel safer about using and charging it even when the weather's a little unpredictable. What really surprised me is how comfortable the ride is, especially over dirt and broken pavement. Those giant tires grip the ground way better than my old commuter bike. You get both front and rear suspension, so it absorbs bumps and potholes much better than I expected from a bike at this price. I used to come home with sore wrists and a stiff back on my old bike, but with the ECOTRIC Coolboy, rides are much smoother. The seat is adjustable and padded enough for longer rides. I'm not saying it's like sitting on a couch, but it won't leave you aching either. Safety-wise, I like that it has hydraulic disc brakes. At first I thought, do I really need that much stopping power on a bicycle? But when you're rolling at 20 miles per hour on a heavier e-bike, good brakes make a difference. The levers feel solid, and no matter if I'm on dry or wet roads, the braking is quick and reliable. ECOTRIC includes both front and rear fenders, which I didn't think would be a big deal, but after a few puddle-filled days, my clothes stayed way cleaner than I expected. It's those little details that really make riding it a pleasure. Another thing I care about is the display. It's simple and easy to use. There's a mode button right on the handlebar, and it shows you your battery level, your speed, your odometer, and what level of pedal assist you're in. If you're just getting started with e-bikes, pedal assist is when the motor helps you as you pedal, making your ride easier. You can switch between throttle only, pedal assist, or just regular pedaling. On flat ground, I keep it in pedal assist level 3 or 4, and that's enough to coast around neighborhoods and up moderate inclines without breaking a sweat. I also added a phone holder I picked up on Amazon, which makes using navigation super simple. The Shimano 7-speed gear system is super user-friendly, even if you've never shifted gears before. If you want more workout and less help, just drop it to a lower assist and/or gear, and you're back to regular cycling. Plus, it has a little kickstand that feels sturdy, not the cheap kind that always comes loose. I had some worries about the bike's weight before it arrived. E-bikes are naturally heavier because of the motor and larger battery, and this model is no exception. If you need to haul it upstairs, it's going to test your arm strength. For me, rolling it into my garage is fine, but carrying it up more than a few steps isn't something I'd want to do daily. If you live in an apartment above ground level and don't have an elevator, just be prepared for a bit of a workout. When I first started riding, there was also a little learning curve with the power. If you crank up the assist or give it too much throttle, it'll go faster than a regular bike, so I'd suggest new riders start slow. But you get used to that fast, and I actually like the feeling of being able to zip around town quicker than with a standard bicycle. I tested the adjustable speed option, and I appreciate that you can keep the max speed lower if you want, depending on local rules or just how comfortable you are with it. From my experience, ECOTRIC Coolboy is great for weekend rides, but it also holds up for daily commuting. The fat tires handle sand, gravel, grassy paths, and broken sidewalks really well. If you're someone who's nervous about riding on uneven ground or worried about slipping, those tires really do help you stay upright. Even when I took it to a local trail with some shallow snow, it kept traction surprisingly well. One thing to keep in mind, like most e-bikes, there is some assembly required. It's not extreme, but not everyone wants to mess with tools. I'd recommend this for someone who is at least willing to grab a couple wrenches and follow along with a guide or video as they set it up. The included instructions are decent, but videos online simplified things for me. In terms of fit, I'm around 5'10", and the Coolboy is a great match. The adjustable seat post and handlebar let me dial it in pretty easily for comfort. If you're taller or shorter, there's definitely some flexibility. After a month of riding, I can say this bike honestly exceeded my expectations. It's perfect for people wanting their first e-bike, but the power, comfort, and features mean you won't outgrow it if you're more experienced. I ride it to work, to run errands, and just for fun around the city or parks. The removable battery and fat tires make it one of the more practical bikes I've tried, and knowing there's an 18-month warranty gives me peace of mind. In conclusion, if you're thinking about getting into e-bikes or want to upgrade your old one, the ECOTRIC Coolboy is a solid pick. The key features, powerful motor, big battery, comfort, and solid build quality are exactly what count for daily riding. Sure, it's a little heavy and you have to do some assembly, but the trade-off is well worth it. From my experience, I'd recommend this for both beginners and anyone who wants an e-bike they can use almost anywhere. If you have questions or want to share your own e-bike stories, drop a comment below. And if you found this quick review helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates like this. Thank you for watching.